say it's wonders and signs. We are living in the end of times. Where is the love we once used to know? Where is the kindness we used to show? The heart of man is so full of hate. Let's make a change before it's too late. Too much killing, too much blood spilling. Each and every morning, it's weeping and mourning. We've got to stop all the crimes, erase the violence, let our voice be heard. We can't sit in silence. The hope of tomorrow is in no use today. We've got to live in love. Crime and violence don't pay.
Good morning again, and welcome to our Cup Chat discussion for today. This morning we are discussing the topic, the Unsung Heroes of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Part 2, Police Garage and the Police Canteen. In studio we have Inspector Dwight Rogers, who is the NCO in charge of the Police Garage, and Miss Boye, Sergeant Boye, who is the NCO in charge of the police canteen. Good morning, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Rogers, I know you've been here before, so I would say welcome back. I'm not sure if Miss Boye has been here before.
No,
So
I've never been
welcome.
here before.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You can go right ahead and introduce yourselves. Well, I mean, we only have a male and a female, so they should know who is who, but go right ahead.
Okay. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning to the listening public. My name is Dwight Rogers, and I'm an inspector of police at the police garage.
Good morning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and those who are under the diaspora who can hear the sound of the station. My name is Lovita Boy. I'm a sergeant of police in charge of the police canteen.
Okay. How are y'all doing, by the way? Y'all okay? You calm? You relaxed? Excited?
I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm a bit hungry, but otherwise than that, I'm good.
We're in the same boat. We're in the same boat.
That's a feeling we understand.
Good to go.
All right. So tell us the functions of both of your respective departments, because it's titled Unsung Heroes. So let's know why you are in a heroic department.
Well, unsung hero. That's like you're portraying us as somebody behind the scenes, pushing a lot of work that they will go unrecognized unless people come forward and identify who they are. And surely enough, the police garage and the police canteen are two branch of the police force that barely you hear about. But let me give you an insight. The police garage is we are responsible for the upkeep and maintenance of all police vehicles. We are also responsible for metal works, like building, whether it's a gate or burglar bar or anything that concerns welding. We also do painting of the transport. So when the guys them get out of line and they accidentally damage the vehicle,
Like how you phrase that? Go ahead.
they have to come to us to make that disappear. And At the police garage, we also do inspection of motor vehicles. We also do the road tests so that, Dianna, when you come into your license, you and your tutor, you have to come down to us to examine you, to see whether you're competent enough to be a valid holder of a driver's license.
Okay.
All right, you mentioned that you work on all police vehicles, but do you also work on government vehicles?
No.
Oh,
No, we only cater for police vehicles. I think that government vehicles, they go to Braxa and whether other private garage who they contract to do such work.
okay. And how big is your team?
I have a team of 10
Okay,
individuals.
okay.
And I tell you, we do a lot of Herculean work because in the developed countries, you won't have one man doing a complete work. What I'm saying is that they have a body specialist, you have a suspension specialist, you have an engine specialist, a drive chain specialist, but we at the police garage, we what we'll call a master, because we do everything. Everything.
Any females attached?
No, I have none of that. But I'm looking forward to.
Okay,
I mean, we have to be inclusive.
agreed.
Before we get to the canteen, could you give a rough figure of about how many police vehicles you have or you have to deal with?
Well, at present, I can tell you we have about 58 police vehicles.
And another thing you said that if I would have to come to you for you to determine if I'm competent enough, to drive on the road. What are at least two things that would make me incompetent?
Failure to obey the road signs. Sometimes some learner they tell themselves that this is the final stretch, and let me just speed across there and get this done and over with. But you have to realize that you have an examiner by your side, and he will be giving you instructions, and you have to comply. And you will have to be able to demonstrate that you're caring. And we also look for the hand signals. So you have to be prepared.
Do you think that sometimes you intimidate persons when they come on to do the driving test? Let me hear your honest response.
Well, I to be honest with you, some people when they come, they are afraid. Generally afraid. And I can tell you that a few students came and they just want to hear who is going to do the exam. And if a name is mentioned, they will tell you, can I come back another day? And it's like, I will want to know, but why you want to come back another day? And it's like, they have already heard the news or heard stories about how difficult, so to speak, that an examiner can be, and But I think that, he's doing his work. If
You know, I believe it's on the
but if you come in to do an exam and you're nervous, I'm not gonna take you on the road. You're not in your right state of mind to be driving me because you're nervous. So probably that's why they want to label my friend as hard and harsh. But he had to look out for himself. He would not want to take somebody on the road and knowing that the person is going out on the road and gonna get himself or an accident, because it has happened. Whereby learners doing their exam fail to obey and fail to comply with certain things and cause an accident.
All right. Let's leave that alone and the gentleman alone. All right. So, Sergeant Boy.
So at police canteen, it's have a little bit twist to it. So when Inspector Rogers and his men finish working on these vehicles, they will call at the police canteen and find out what we have for lunch. And we make sure to provide a meal for them. So at canteen, we have a restaurant and bar, and we also have a grocery section. With the grocery section, we have like groceries, rice, flour, chicken, everything that's a supermarket, you'll find in a supermarket. So what is unique about the police canteen is that we have a credit system for our men, and we also have prison officers who will also use the credit system. With this credit system, they can come and just take stuff from the canteen, and it comes out automatically from their salary. Once we drop the document, it comes out from their salary. So sometimes you might have certain debts to meet, and a police officer might prefer to keep the cash in their pocket, and they can come to the canteen and get some stuff. And this is done in a month in advance, right? So it's not like if they're not paying it the same time. So whatever, if you do a credit this month, the money comes out the next end of the month.
Okay.
That is what makes Police Canteen unique. Police Canteen, it is open to the public because remember we have where we're bridging the gap between police and public. So it is open to the public. It is upstairs the vegetable market we're located. And if you come up there, I'm inviting you and Rosella and Daniel, you could come up there and have a drink with us sometime.
Well, I would put in a personal promotion for you. The food does eat good, right?
I've heard that
yes,
from persons. Yeah.
When I worked in Kingston, we used to get lunch from there, so I could vouch for the food.
Okay.
All right, I could vouch for it. But how long has the canteen itself been established? Was it always the way it was, or is it a recent venture in a sense?
Well, I want to believe the police canteen had established even before you and I was born.
Okay.
But we've been upgrading. We were located at the police barracks where we used to do just the groceries and the bar. I don't know, many times you might probably have to pass across by the barracks and you will hear the noise coming from inside the police station. And then we relocated to the vegetable market, I think about 14 years ago or so. No, not 14 years ago, maybe about 10 years ago. We relocated to the vegetable market. It's been a while. I could be subject to correct it, So we relocated to the vegetable market, and then we got into the kitchen more. So we have the restaurant where persons can come and have the meal and sit down and eat.
Okay. And what are the opening hours for the canteen, though?
Our opening hours, we open from 7 in the morning, and we don't leave until our customers are ready to leave. Because if customers are there hanging out once they're buying, we don't turn them away or anything like that. We stay there until they're ready to close.
Okay.
When they're ready to leave, then we close.
Okay, so we can come and we can get breakfast there. We could get, I know for sure lunch, but we could get breakfast.
The breakfast part of it, we used to try to do the breakfast, but it's a bit slow. Persons prefer to stay downstairs where they there are persons who do not want to climb the steps to come up for the breakfast. So we don't do breakfast at the moment.
Okay. And I have to ask this question because the public probably wants to know. So, yes, it's a restaurant and bar. And yes, it's open to police officers. But are officers allowed to purchase alcoholic drinks while they are on duty?
While they're on duty, no, police hardly usually come up there while they're on duty. Most of the time when you see police come to the canteen, it's when they finish working.
Okay.
Most of the time, they will come up there when they finish working. If you see a police officer on duty come there, they come to get lunch, or maybe they might come to get groceries and they go back to their duty post.
Okay.
All right. I had a question. I didn't write it down. I told myself I'm gonna forget it. It was based on something that you said, but hopefully that will come back to me. What is the interaction of the public like with the police officers up there? Like, do you have a lot of persons from the public coming up there?
Sometimes you will find more persons from the public more than police officers.
Okay.
Sometimes you will see more persons from the public alone until police officers come in. Okay. So the interaction, it's really good. Yeah, we get a lot of support from the public.
So all the persons that work in the canteen are police officers?
The canteen, we have 4 police officers along with myself. Well, there's 3 police officers and myself. And the kitchen, we have civilian staff. I have 11 civilian staffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And as we talk about, let's say, skills training and employment of persons, so for the canteen, if somebody, let's say, wishes to work there, what do they do? Do they apply to the police force, or how do you get persons to work?
So anyone who wishes to work at the police canteen, they send an application to the police headquarters.
Okay.
That's over the divisional headquarters office. Sorry. So you send an application to the officer in charge up there, or you can also send an application letter to the police canteen officer
Okay. Another question with regards to meals. If the public wishes to patronize, how would we know what is available for lunch on what particular days? Is there like a social media page or a WhatsApp blast that goes out? What?
Okay, so we use our WhatsApp platform to post the menu. We try to use the Facebook page, but sometimes work has been so hectic we can't keep up with it sometimes. But we mostly use our WhatsApp page.
Yeah. So what's the WhatsApp number in case somebody wants to add it? Remember? Think about it and let me ask. Let me ask Rogers a question in the meantime. Rogers, when it comes to working at the police garage, do persons working at the garage, given the duty or the role that you have, is a very serious one, right? Do persons come with their training, or do they get on the job training, or where are persons sourced to work at the garage?
We tend to want people who have the skill, because it's kind of hard to be when you want to get the work done, that you have to be supervising, so to speak, going over somebody else's work. So somebody who have the skill, people who have the skill is what we tend to move to.
And so if I want to work at the police garage, what is the procedure?
Well, you have to be a police officer.
All right.
You have to go through that process. And then based on your qualifications, then I will request that you come and join us.
Okay.
Come and join us.
What level of satisfaction do you both get from what you do?
Well, you see, release Dianna. Solving problems, solving issues. It's is one of the greatest joy a mechanic can have, because sometimes you may have a friend with a vehicle that is having a problem, and they will come and tell you that I carried this to a partner the other day, and the man tell me do this and the man tell me do that. But by the time I leave him in garage, I see him thing. It's like, and you would just deal with the issue for the friend, and it's like, that was the problem all the time. It's like, yeah. So, I mean, it gives you a kind of satisfaction and a joy to know that you can deal with something, eliminate an issue, and have the vehicle working as good as new.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So in every business, you have your up and your down. And Rosella this morning made me smile really bright by when she mentioned the food about the taste.
Mm-hmm.
So once our customers are happy and satisfied, it makes us very satisfied. Yeah.
And I suppose too, with having that facility for the officers to be able to come and get grocery items, because truth be told, there are times when we all are going to go through some sort of financial challenge. And I think having that as well is police looking out for police.
Yes.
But wait, it's only police could trust from the canteen.
Prison officers as well. We have prison officers as well who take advantage of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
once we can have access to your salary where we can take back our money.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, but okay. All right. Yeah, but having that, I think, because it's still a way that you are looking out for each other, you know, just in case, you know, because truth be told, we know how it can go sometimes with our finances.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
even with that should also be an area of satisfaction to be able to assist an
Yes.
officer in time of
Yeah.
time of need. Yeah.
All right. I would like us to take an ad break here, and we can come back, finish up with more questions, and also invite listeners to call us with their questions and their comments as well. So listeners, a short break here. We will be right back.
Presenting Her Royal Highness of 34 Crescent Avenue entering her living room. Your home is your castle, so give it the protection it deserves with homeowners insurance from Guardian General. Our experience and proven track record for settling claims promptly make us the preferred choice when securing your property. For more information, visit myguardiangroup.com. Guardian General, live safe, live easy.
Ready, set, surf. Singer, your favorite family store is now online. Log on today at www.singersvg.com and enjoy our store and products right at your fingertips. Now online are your trusted brands that you have come to love. Refrigerators to chest freezers, gas cookers to toasters, air fryers, mattresses, living room sets, and so much more. Browse our products, check the specs, compare brands and prices, and request parts all online. We have also made bill payments easier, more convenient, and simpler just for you. Log on to www.singersvg.com to learn more. Singer, your family company is keeping up with you and the times. Visit our website today and experience a whole new world of Singer, your trusted online family company.
On Friday, September 26th, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $265,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next lotto jackpot, $265,000.
You're out, you're living, you're free. The world is calling, but who's watching your home? Life is about enjoying the moment, not stressing over breakings or suspicious activities. Introducing the My Smart Cam from My Smart Toilet Seat. It's an affordable light bulb socket dual camera that's so easy to install. All you need is Wi-Fi and your smartphone. Get your light socket dual camera equipped with motion tracking, night vision, two-way audio, and remote monitoring, all from your fingertips. Keep your home and business protected. Don't return to regrets. Secure your peace of mind. Get your My Smart Cam light bulb socket dual camera today. only at My Smart Toilet Seat, located in the Blue Corner building on Lower Bay Street, or call us at 457-1703. Quick side note, for a limited time offer, buy a 128 gigabyte SD card today and get your free light bulb camera. Hey, hey.
Everybody! You asked and we listened. If you missed it, we're bringing back the Quartz Mega 3-hour flash sale this Thursday, September 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. only. Enjoy a massive 40% off store-wide on credit purchases and 15% off on cash purchases. 3 hours, one chance, huge savings you can't afford to miss. This Thursday, September 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. sharp. Terms and conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
99.9 WEFM.
Cop Chat. You've got questions for the police? They're here to give you the answers on WEFM 99.9.
The world has become such a cruel place. Something is wrong with the human race. Preacher man say it's wonders and signs. We are living in the end of times. Where is the love we once used to know? Where is the kindness we used to show? The heart of man is so full of hate. Let's make a change before it's too late. Too much killing, too much blood spilling. Each and every morning, it's weeping and mourning. We've got to stop all the crimes, erase the violence, let our voice be heard. We can't sit in silence. The hope of tomorrow is in our use today. We've got to live in love. Crime and violence don't pay.
We are back with our Cup Chat discussion this morning. The Unsung Heroes of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, Part 2, the Police Garage and the Police Canteen. In studio, we have Inspector Dwight Rogers and the Sergeant Lovita Boye. Sergeant Boye from the Police Canteen and the Inspector Rogers from the Police Garage. You can give us a call if you have questions for the officers. If you also have comments, you can do so. Call us on 457-9997. And with that, you can reach us on WhatsApp. You can also reach us on our landline. So I have a question for Rogers. Being the part of the team that does inspection and who ensures that people are fit for the road. If I'm doing my driving test, right, I come to you to get my test done to make sure I'm fit for the road, and I'm doing well in everything else, right? But I have a fear of trailer trucks, and when I pass the trucks, you can see that I have a fear because I don't know, I either gasp or I start to tremble, or I do some. I don't think rationally, and I do things I'm not supposed to do. What would you deal with that?
Well, Dianna, Sheila trucks are on the road every day.
I did.
And you do not pick and choose which time these machines operate. So what are you going to do? You're gonna leave your vehicle home. You're gonna send somebody down the road to see when a trailer truck is coming for you to maneuver.
So I failed my exam.
You have to get rid of that fear.
By the way, how many chances do you have to come and take that exam? Is it a one time?
No. You have as many chances to get it right, because I mean your driving permit have a 1 year on it. So if that 1 year expire, you go back to Inland Revenue and pay them their subscription fee and come again.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, with regards to the police garage and inspection, what can we as motorists do to make that inspection process better, easier, or faster?
Faster. Not necessarily faster, but for you to avoid going and coming again, you can have your husband or your wife or your brother and your sister while look at the lights for you, while you play with the switch, you mash the brakes and stuff like that, and then probably take it to a mechanic shop first. Let them do a check for you before you come to us. Because, I mean, once we found your vehicle defective, we won't issue that certificate of that certificate.
And I guess that's the thing. Seasoned persons would know exactly what it is you're looking for when we come to do an inspection. So it's just to sort of preempt and have somebody else. Yeah.
Right. And as I said some time about that, sometimes some of these guys who work on some of these vehicles, because the owner isn't that conscious, as I will say, of what was done. Some of these guys, as we will say, patch up certain things on the owner's vehicle, and I mean, it's a hazard. Because I've seen vehicles that when you tell them to do the brakes test, that the two front wheels are not working. They are not stopping. And you take a look at it, the mechanic block off those wheels, the two front wheels.
I don't even know how. I probably have to go watch a YouTube video to see what you're talking about. But yeah, okay. All right.
How long does a vehicle stay by you for inspection?
It's not a long process. It takes less than 2 to 3 minutes to get it over with.
Okay, it's very short.
But if the inspector have a hunch that something else is not right with that vehicle, well, then we'll go in depth with it.
Okay.
We'll go in depth.
Okay. And regarding inspections as well, what advice would you give to persons? And I think I use the word faster because there are instances when people try to come at the same time, right? It's approaching end of month because, your license is almost out. That is when you're looking to go. So what advice would you give to persons? What are the opening hours for the garage?
Well, we open from 8, but inspection starts at 9. Because there are some things that we have to housework, as we would say. But we inspect motor vehicles from 9 to 3 p.m. We don't close for lunch because we realize that a lot of people, they 12 o'clock is their lunch hour, so they will want to take that hour to come and get their vehicle organized. So we go to the lunch hour.
And can you do an inspection ahead of time? So let's say, what's my vehicle numbers? June. Do I have to wait till June or coming close to the end of June to get it inspected?
No.
Okay.
No. You could come a month before that end of month.
Okay. All right.
So you don't have to wait until the last day or last week in the month and then come to us. Because sometimes some people doesn't know that their vehicle defective and they want to wait until the last minute and tell the inspector would look at the vehicle and identify certain things that are wrong with it. And Dianna might want to tell you, but oh God, it's the last day. No.
Come on, body, and get frustrated and then suck with teeth and push up your face and all kind of thing. All right, we have a call. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Sorry.
Okay. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
I have a concern, and this concern is directed to the inspector. Now, I usually travel that area where the examination and other things are done. And I try to understand in this day and age why the locality is one that remains the same year after year after year. There are so many activities that are taking place, Inspector, in an area that is surrounded by bush. And what bothers me sometimes is that particular area too is used as a bypass. I notice persons coming from Annisville will drive through there in order to get rid of the traffic on the main there. And even vehicles coming from Kingston are using that area as a bypass. So a couple of times I will pass there, and there are individuals who are waiting. I guess they're doing the reversing test in the same area there. There are persons there who are waiting to have the vehicles tested. I think the time has come where it's either do some sort of expansion or remove from the area completely. I don't know if you can shed some information on this.
All right. You listen off air or you stay on the line?
I stay on line.
Okay.
Well, okay. The thing is that the area there for the police is very limited. Meaning that the police only have right up in the road.
Caller, Mr. Llewellyn, we're hearing a feedback.
Okay, I'll come off. Here.
All right, thank you.
Yes. As I was saying, the police space down there is very, very limited. We only have right up in the road. Beyond the road is private property. So over where you see the other vehicles are parked, we are intruding on people's premises. They are allowing us to. So there is nothing else we can do unless we move out from down there.
Okay. And I suppose, okay. Okay, so ask your question, but we'll be putting you on a spot. So I suppose, but have you heard this concern expressed by other persons, individuals?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a concern being raised by the public. So, all right, to the powers that be, it's a concern being raised by the public. Okay.
So that is something about my pay grade.
I figured as much. Yes. All right. So the phone lines are open. Remember, the number to call is 457-9997 if you wish to pose a question to our officers in studio today.
All right. Go to the food lady. Food generally makes everybody happy. I don't think I've met anybody who is not happy. Food doesn't make them happy. But, so what is it like? You're providing that service for persons and the feedback thus far has been that the food tastes really good. So we know that they're not disappointed in the taste thus far. But what about the interactions with each other when they're there, as well as their interactions with you, and how do you keep each other motivated as well, you and your fellow co-workers?
Okay, so my staff, there's something I always say: teamwork make the dream work. Mm-hmm. So once we have work to get done, for example, most business places, they will close when they're doing stock. We don't close. Right? So we have persons, as in police and the public, if they're coming up the steps, they will assist us in carrying stuff upstairs. So that kind of ease some of the load and some of the strain. And the kitchen, if we have a catering, because we usually do catering as well, everybody will come together and the person in charge of the kitchen, she will let her team.
Okay, so we finished that. Finished it after. Hi, caller. Good morning.
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 Morning to the ladies.
Good morning.
I don't know if you all touch on the doing your inspection, right?
That's
the vehicle inspection.
Well, part of the conversations, but yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if you touched already on the. I just tune in on the tinting and lights inspection on vehicles. Did you touch it already?
No, we haven't. What? You have a specific question,
my
though?
concern is
right.
the. I want to ask, what is the percentage of the tint on a vehicle, and also the light itself, that those LEDs light that is bright. How they go about inspecting those?
Well, caller, the thing is that we don't have a light meter to
that is very
test.
cheap. I could donate one for you guys.
well, we will welcome it, but there are some other things. There are some other things that will have to be put in place in order for us to do that part effectively. The legislators will have to go to Parliament and pass the necessary laws when it comes to the tinting and the lights. I agree with you that these lights are becoming unbearable. Sometimes one of these things pass you and it resonates to the back of your eye for a few seconds. It's blinded.
Yeah, my concern is, even though the light is bright, some of them they can dim the light because they don't have the correct bulb. And the other thing is that the headlights not aligned properly, the focus.
Definitely.
That's the other point. In terms of the tinting, my concern is the front windshield. I see that you tinting front windshield here. You can't go nowhere and do that.
That's craziness. And
how low for the regular tint above the windshield. That's the other point. But total tinting a front windshield, that's dangerous. And that's the reason why a lot of them don't dim their light, because they don't care if you put on your bright, because they already have their windshield tinted. Mm-hmm. So this is bad. It's very, 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 very bad. Especially for the elderly who tend to drive after dark. It will be a problem. Okay, that's my little take on it this morning.
Okay, thanks, caller.
Thank you. And I fully agree with the caller. The front of the windshield is designed for you to see through. And you plaster it with a 5% tint or how much percent that you want to put it. You're diminishing your view. And to correct that now, you want to put you install the brightest bulb.
Okay. All right, so we have another call. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you ladies and the police officers there.
Good morning.
I have two questions for the police. I heard them talking this morning about hand signals. Don't they think that hand signals are now antiquated? And the other question is, the police repairing police vehicles, that is because of the police not trusting the regular civilians to repair their vehicles?
Interesting. All right, first question. Do you think that doing hand signals is antiquated? It's outdated.
No, sir. You see, the thing is that sometimes your taillight may not be working. And that you want to give other motorists or even the traffic man who is directing the traffic an indication as to where you want to go or what you want to do. So I don't think that the hand signal is outdated.
So you wanted to indicate where you're going. Is that not what the trafficators are for?
Hello? Indicators, vehicle
if
indicators.
You want to go left, will you put on your left trafficator?
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes those things may not be working.
Right. But so if the rain is pouring now, what do?
You can give those signals from the front of the windshield also.
To somebody behind you?
Well, to the traffic man.
I really think that things that have signals, there's a lot of foolishness because in the States you don't see nobody using a half signals and all that. They're big countries. And we in the Caribbean are copying the things in the big countries. So that's one thing we should copy too. And if you drive a vehicle and the trafficators are not working, you should be charged.
I agree with you.
And the other thing, the police, they fix their vehicles because they don't trust civilians?
No. I mean, if you have the talent within the organization, why contract somebody else to do it?
Yeah, you might have the talent, but you don't necessarily have the manpower that can be evenly distributed. So when that happens, it means that when you take away people from the regular police duties to send it to fix vehicles, that'll be create the shortage with the manpower. In Barbados, you got tailors, police. You got mechanics that is fixing vehicles. And other little things that they have policemen doing. That to me, that is a waste of manpower.
You said in Barbados you have mechanics at the police, in the police?
I think so, but I have seen police vehicles getting repaired privately at the garages.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So, Carly, you were giving your opinion, right? That's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured that to put police that things that ordinary people can do.
Okay. All right then. Thanks for your contribution. All right. Any response to that part?
Well, I would just want to say that as I've said that, I mean, we have police.
Okay, I would make a note of it. Okay, this might have to be the final call for the morning, though. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Just recap on the guiding. He made a statement saying if you have police dealing with in the grant, that would be a shortage. It could never be a shortage when that is a grant specifically for that. It's like you're moving a police from CID to go in the garage, or from SSU to go in the garage. There is a department by itself. So you're moving officers from one department to another to go in the garage. So it could be a shortage. They're going to move an investigation officer to go in the garage. Not so?
Definitely.
Right. So, and then again, one thing I observe in Kingston is I notice like I'll put it so, but it's not so. Like it's a crossing from Jackson, like by the fire station, come across.
Oh, because of the frequency.
The crossing by Korean and they come down by the entrance from Miller Street to come back to the police camp.
So going to market.
And most folks use it to that crossing. Sometimes you even get us out. You feel stop.
Yeah, bad eye.
And next thing again, I think the traffic has some work to do with teaching pedestrians. One time I listened to Mr. Brown, and certain things he said I didn't really agree with. Right? Because let's say, okay, he said he gave president to the chance. Yes, as a driver, you're supposed to be crossing all time and approaching a crossing. But at times, it have folks who just okay, they're not okay. When I crossing, I could just cross. Correct? It's so? Wrong or right?
You're correct. Go ahead.
Okay. One time I was driving going to Halifax Street, and this lady, she was actually standing on her phone. That's where the old income tax building was coming to. Right? And no, that isn't wrong. And she was on her phone, but I slowed down, make sure I slowed down, but I noticed that she making no attempt to start because she was eating. But like as soon as I move off and like she come out the car, she was begin to proceed one time. She looked down, so no was going on at all. Like I was going and then I had to climb. I wasn't speeding, I can't remember, I think slow down. But with passing on, I said in front of a human's library, I saw you would stand up on your phone. You was making no attempt to go. So I proceed. And then eventually, like, you come off the call and then you just straight across. Oh, I did on the crossing. And it's one. But it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things happening along with pedestrians, especially. They feel that they have the right. Okay, then it's a crossing. We not to look up or down. We not to stop. Let's say, God forbid, right? That we know these are mechanical also. You know the rubber that holds the brake.
Yep.
What about at the same time? That's why I design the pedestrians to stop. Make sure the vehicle is stop, which is a line before you meet the crossing. There's a line that is to stop.
Yeah.
The pedestrian is supposed to stop. Make sure the vehicle stops, and then you proceed to cross. Because you never know what's going to happen. What about at the same time I apply for brakes and nothing? Because those things do happen.
They do happen.
So I think they need to enlighten the public about crossing. It's not because of pedestrian crossing, they just give you the right, okay, we don't care. You have to stop and you just proceed walking. You're okay, this is because it's a crossing. And it's a thing that you say as a driver, almost everyone.
All right, caller.
They need to sensitize the public and usage of pedestrian crossing.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your contribution.
All right. Pertaining to what the caller was referring to, sometimes we as drivers, we have to try to exercise some patience sometimes because, like you said, the lady was on the phone and she just rushed off the phone and just crossed. We don't know what was the conversation about. Sometimes maybe she might have a conversation pertaining to somebody being ill and then it just threw her into a different frame of mind. So sometimes we have to try to exercise patience. Yes, we need to educate the public as to how they should cross, but sometimes drivers, we have to exercise some patience sometimes.
All right, I might just challenge a little there because I tend to find that there are persons, if you know that you are not ready to cross, just stand aside because it really does confuse many of us. When you are by the crossing, we assume that you're getting ready to cross. But if you know that you're distracted or you're not quite sure of which direction you're going to go, just step aside so it doesn't confuse you drivers. So, yeah. All right. All right, so we need to round up. Dianna, I don't know if you had anything else, but I know that there's something that you want
No,
to
I
get
think she was to finish the
Yes,
response.
I was speaking about the team when we do catering. The person who we have in charge of the kitchen, she will set aside duties for the kitchen staff. So she will say who to do what and get the whole thing organized properly. So in order to, because we have to beat time as well. So in order for us to beat the time and get our meals or catering, what we're doing on time, we have to work together as a team. So each person is designate a duty which they have to deal with. So, and for the police officer side of it, we work together like really close in order to accomplish our mission for the day. And we also have a shift schedule that we work with. So if somebody, a team is to open, they know that they're supposed to come in and open, so they will make sure be there. If they're unable to do so, they will communicate and say otherwise.
Okay. And Sunrise Police Canteen is open to the public, and most times you have the public that is there. But is it a case where there's always a police officer on duty stationed there throughout the day?
Yes.
All right. So it's one of the safest places to go.
Of course.
To eat. All right. So, okay. All right. So we're going to wrap up at this time. Did you get the WhatsApp number?
The WhatsApp number that we usually use is our personal phone number.
Okay.
Because we have a long line number, which is 4512943. We do not have a system set up where we have a WhatsApp number for the canteen itself. We use our own personal phone number. So which means I might probably have to try and make the time and post the menu on the Facebook platform.
Right.
But if I may mention as well, we also have at Police Canteen, we have a boat ride coming up. It's on the 5th of October. The tickets are $8. Our destination
Tickets,
is
hold on, sir.
$80.
Oh, you heard it right?
$80.
Yeah,
Okay.
$80 per ticket. Our destination is the land of the rich and famous, must be. Yes, and we have our own popular DJ, Mr. Chris. He was going to be there with us, and Buku and some other DJs.
Okay.
I thought I was going to say Shatter Songs.
All right. So any final word that you want to leave with us, both of you?
Well, I just want to encourage youths out there that it's very important that you organize yourself and get a skill. Utilize the opportunities at these TVEC centers and make yourself marketable. I mean, the automotive field in this modern age does not include getting your fingers dirty every day. The field has been changing ever so rapidly. For instance, you in these big garages that operates you have guys who will diagnose the vehicle, and that will entail hooking up the vehicle to a diagnostic machine or scanner, as we would say. And they will write up what the defects are and pass it on to the guy who will actually do the work as to change what is defective and such like that. There are also others who, in marketing, same automotive field. So Dianna will bring her car because the disc pads are squeaking and they need changing. But the marketing officer will want to tell you that probably you should change the brake liquid also. or the cabin filter will want to change, and they will ask you when last you do a service. They want to sell you some service parts also. So you see, it's ever a changing world. The automotive part, as I said, doesn't have to always be getting your fingers dirty. So get the skill, utilize the TVEC stations around, and come on board.
Okay, so I will concur with what Inspector Rogers is saying. I will encourage young people to learn a skill. And, sometimes you finish studying and the job that you study for, you may not be able to get at the same time. You could start small, and then you uplift yourself from there and get involved and try not to be idle and get involved in activities that will make you get into trouble.
And with that, we've come to the end of our interview, our Cup Chat discussion, the unsung heroes of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, Part 2, the Police Garage and the Police Canteen. This morning, we had Inspector Dwight Rogers, who is the NCO in charge of the Police Garage, and Sergeant Lovita Boye, who is the NCO in charge of the Police Canteen. Thank you for joining us, and all the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.